End. I think. I don't know.
And we're finally here! Yay! Hello and welcome to Gypsy Kiss. It's Humpday Hoedown and a half. And I am the magical treasure princess and life coach to the rich and famous, Shelley Carney.
Can you see anything?
Here?
And I'm Chief of Security to the Magical Treasure Princess, Toby Eunice. I'll be your host tonight, along with the MTP. We got some emails to read. We got some text messages. Call in, leave some voicemails later on. We will open the phone lines. We do have a kind of distressing announcement to make tonight, so stick with us. We're going to have a good time.
Not that distressing.
It's not that distressing.
We're not sick.
All right, there we go. So YouTube decided about 5 minutes before we started the show to do a Windows update, and in the process changed our stream keys. So it was a series of series. But you know, because we're leaders, we saw that as an opportunity, so we fixed it, went forward. Humpday. Indeed, Humpday.
Humpday.
Humpday. Day. Diablo dos Humpas. I'm going to move along here real quick. What the hell
Catch up
happened
with everything here.
Oh, wrong one. Actually, right one.
Yeah. Jeff and Schultz. Way to go, Betty. $5.
And Schutz.
$5.
There's no L in there.
And Schutz.
And Schutz.
And Schutz.
Housekeeping, you want towels?
Of course you want towels.
Towels.
Remember, before you leave tonight, like this video. YouTube likes it when you like your video. Magical Treasure Princess likes it when you like their video.
Obviously.
Share it with your family, your friends, your neighbors, your business associates.
And me. And me.
And Jamal. And
the rooster.
Rudy Rooster. Share with your family, your friends, your neighbors, business associates, the entirety of your social networks so that we can
grow the channel.
And finally, if you are not already a subscriber, this would be the ideal time to press that subscribe button. When you see the notifications bell, ring that notifications bell, and that way, once we start a live stream, you'll be informed and immediately informed and
in the know.
Because there's nothing better in life than being in the know.
In the chat room.
So, hey, let's get started right away. So we did have some problems. We came into the room right after dinner. We tried to start, system locked up. We did several attempts at the Control-Alt-Delete restart. Wouldn't restart, so we had to press a button, and that's when we discovered that Windows was in the process of doing an update. That didn't make me happy. And then, in the process of doing an update, it's changed our stream keys. So for the first 5 minutes of the show, we streamed to some unknown channel.
La La Land.
Unknown channel in Japan somewhere.
Who knows?
A bunch of Japanese people signed on and started chatting about Forrest Fenn. We didn't know what was going on.
Cherry-san.
Toby-san and Sherry-san. Toby-san, Sherry-san. I want you to read this first. This is a very special announcement. Please pay attention.
Dun, dun, dun. Greetings, fellow searchers. This is about Fenbury 2020. Due to recent events and changes in New Mexico parks, Fenbury 2020 will be postponed / rescheduled. This is from
Jamie Jordan.
Jamie Jordan. I will refund your donations to those who did, and I will research alternative dates further in the summer. I do greatly apologize to those of you who have made plans and or reservations and will have to cancel. Again, I apologize, but the event is not canceled, merely postponed to a later, as yet undetermined date. Let's look at it as a positive and not a negative. For every down, there is an up. Updates to follow. Here's a positive for you. Some people didn't like that it was going to be on the 4th of July weekend, so now it's not.
So there.
So, yay. I guess.
So to me, that sounds like postponed indefinitely. In Washington, they would say postponed indefinitely because that means another date hasn't been selected. I have a sense that it'll probably go beyond that based on the research that we have at this point.
And, of course, as everybody realizes, Forrest, Fenn, and Peggy are in the high-risk category and would not be able to get out of the house
Anyway.
anytime soon.
Nor could they have anybody that comes in contact with them attend the event. So September is the next long weekend. Sarah, if I remember correctly, you work in a hospital, so you're probably getting the same material that we get from the CDC. I think we can kiss our summer off. It's pretty much
Goodbye, summer.
Goodbye, summer. That's what I'm planning. Okay.
Make alternative plans for the year.
Yeah. Stay home.
Stay safe.
Yeah. If anybody asks you what they can do to contribute, say, make sure you don't get it, and make sure if you do get it, you don't give it to anybody else. That's what you should be doing. All right. We do have a request for, let me see, that was in the text messages. Dear Toby and Shelley, I have a favor to ask you. Would you and Shelley wish my daughter a happy birthday today, 3/18/2020? Her name is Ashlyn.
Ashlyn.
Do you want to sing happy birthday to her, you and me?
Let's do the video.
Or do you want to play the video?
Well, we'll do the video, and then we get that song in our head, and then we'll probably end up singing it
Okay,
afterwards
all
anyway.
right. Let's do it.
Everybody sing along.
Everybody sing along to
Ashlyn.
Ashlyn, this is for you.
Birthday, dear Ashlyn. Happy birthday to you. Birthday, dear Ashlyn. Happy birthday to you.
Nice. Happy birthday, Ashlyn, from Shelley, the Magical Treasure Princess, Toby, the head of security for the Magical Treasure Princess, and all the
publicity,
folks
don't forget.
and publicist
Yeah,
for the
don't
Magical
forget
Treasure
that.
Princess, and all the folks that are in our chat room right now. I'd appreciate it if you'd wish Ashlyn a happy birthday. Your dad didn't say how old you were today, Ashlyn, but I hope it's old enough for you to watch this non-children certified program. I do want to make a point. Tonight's giveaway is the illustration of our Magical Treasure Princess as autographed by Shelley Carney. We'll give that away around the 8 o'clock, maybe 8:30 hour, since we were a little bit late. In order to have a chance at winning this dye sublimation print of the Magical Treasure Princess, please go to last Wednesday's show and make a comment. That's where we will draw them from. That's where we'll draw from tonight, okay? So there. I'm serious about this MTP thing, huh? I mean, I paid an illustrator to do that, and he did
Nice.
a damn good job. So, Ashlyn, happy birthday, sweetie. All right, let's go to emails.
Okay. Hey, how about a video on that?
I do have one. I made one up for this, especially for this.
You did, huh?
So, Blay, I did not paint it.
Blaze Looker.
Oh, Blaze Looker. Oh, I see. Blaze Looker, I did not paint it. I designed it, and I had an illustrator render it for me, a friend of mine. If you do have a question that you want to or that you want us to answer in the later in the show, this would be a good time to note that our text number is 202-815-1171. You can also call that number right now. Leave a voicemail of up to 2 minutes with your question or comment. And later on, we'll read those text messages and listen to those voicemails. And then after that, we will open up the phone lines. Okay.
Kathy Ramsey says, a big group of y'all can still go live for a digital Fenbury. Be brave trailblazers. First digital Fenbury. It could be epic.
That's more like the marathon. That would be a K Pro and Mike thing.
Yeah.
Like a marathon thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like that.
Yeah.
So. The problem is they hadn't even decided if they were going to attend Fenbury because that's Mike's birthday weekend, right. And he's turning the big 50. So they were likely not going to do it anyway.
Yeah.
So
now things are just turning up and changing around, and
Sarah says She-Ra was my childhood hero. I don't even know who She-Ra was. That dates me, doesn't it?
Alrighty.
Email. You got your email.
Email. Here we go. A question for you both from Matt Brewer.
Oh.
What's he called?
Logic Chaser.
Logic Chaser.
Our good friend.
If you may have covered this in a past video, please just point me in the right direction and I'll go check it out. Otherwise, I'd like both of you to opine on the meaning of the for, F-O-R, in the title of story, My War for Me. I have my thoughts on why Forrest titled the story that way, but I'd like to get your opinions. P.S. Shelley, I'm mostly interested in your take, but I don't want Toby to feel left out. Winky face. It was a winky face.
No. I understand where
take it all in.
All right. So, what's the word "for" in My War for Me mean?
My war for me. I don't take out words. I use it as an entire phrase. What it means to me is that it's layered, right? Because my war for me, my war being the Vietnam War for Forrest Fenn, but it's also the war he fought to become Forrest Fenn, to become himself, to become his highest self, basically. And that included those moments of clarity and intuition that he described in that chapter. So here's how the war was for me is one take on it, and the other take is the war I had to fight to become me. That's what I get out of it.
It's actually not bad. That's actually a pretty good interpretation. My mic is way, way down. Can you hear me now better? Can you hear me now? Hey, but since Logic Chaser, all you wanted was Shelley's opinion, I'm going to leave it at that. You're not going to get my opinion on the matter.
You're just going to say I agree? You could agree with me.
Okay, I agree with Shelley.
See, isn't that nice?
I actually have my own opinion.
You just couldn't let it go. Could not let it go with I agree with Shelley. Let's move on. You're just so Toby.
Yeah.
My war for Toby.
My war for Toby. My war with Toby. So, having served in the military, having served in Vietnam, here's what I can tell you. Every person who serves in combat, in the military, in a war zone, actually has a different perspective of what that war was for them and how it impacted them and how it changed them, et cetera, et cetera. So when he says my war, what he's referring to is the war that he fought, right? And it's different for everybody. He fought a war in the air. I had friends who fought the war in foxholes. I fought war advising an Arvin Ranger unit. So that's your war. It's very personal. And then his interpretation of it, and this is very much in line with what Shelley said. I think that maybe we've had enough of these conversations that she might have picked up on this. She certainly picked up of it in the thing. The word for represents, it's my war, the war that I fought for me is my the what it meant to me to do that. And I think Shelley did. That's why I kind of agreed. I agreed with it in the beginning with it, because I think that's very much what it's about, right? How it changed me, how what that one personality fighting in that war changed that personality for the better. And I agree. You heard me talk about this a couple of weeks ago when I did that one video about the 3 reincarnations of Forrest Fenn, and I think that that war, the end of that war for him, was the first of those reincarnations. So we do agree.
Well, let me just say this about that. I'm glad that you joined in, because you are the one of the two of us who have experience in Vietnam, and only you could understand what it means that it's an individual experience to go through. So I'm glad that you added that.
Well, yeah, but you picked up on that somehow or the other. You did a very good job of picking up on that.
Well,
we hang around too much. Maybe we just hang around too much.
Alrighty then. Okay. Oh, this is the one I just read.
Here, give me that. Let me throw
I
it.
don't know if we did anything on it before, did we?
I don't think we did anything that in particular. The only comments I made was in that single video that I did from the driving in my truck, when I concluded that was the first of 3.
Are those voicemails?
I don't know.
I just want to make sure that something bad's not happening that we need to know about right now.
Let's see. One of them is a voicemail. The others are just text messages. But you know what? See that guy right there?
Yeah.
He doesn't stop at 1.
Oh, I see. Okay.
So
I just wanted to make sure that people weren't trying to warn us that something crazy was happening
let me
on
just
our
make sure.
YouTube stream here.
Yeah, no. It was one person who's following up with name and location. And that's actually a good reminder. Remember that if you do send us a text message, please include your name and the location from which you're texting, so that we know it's, well, not that we know, we just like to be able to introduce you. Yeah, it's easier to do that. In addition to that, if you look down at the bottom of the chat window, there's a stylized but grayed out $sign. Click on that $sign. And
the way Jeff Anschutz did.
Jeff Anschutz did a while ago, and YouTube will walk you through.
Or you can
making
go to PayPal.me. Whee! There it is.
And YouTube will walk you through making a donation to us, which was very kind, using Super Chat.
Super Chat. Okay, and on that note, moving on. Oh, so probably the only other time we talked about it was when we were doing book club and we got started with the chapter.
Right.
And
yeah.
I don't think we went too much into it.
Yeah. So the advantage is we hadn't thought about it. We hadn't discussed it prior to you asking us the question. So thank you for that.
This is from Jody. I believe, Jeep Girl Jody. Canyon comment. Hello from Charlie and I. We took 3 days and went boots on the ground this weekend. Didn't find the chest. Had an amazing time though. Disconnected from the media and the news. Always a good idea. Always good to get away from the media, the news, and go out in nature. Very good. Oh, look. Ka-ching from 3D Bronze. It's called Super Chat. Use it, people. Thank you, 3D Bronze, at 3dbronze.com. He's our favorite 3D bronze designer. And he makes stuff special. Special stuff. Okay, so Jeep Girl Jody. My Canyon. Oh, she wanted to comment because I put out a video on Monday about the word canyon, important words, the word canyon, and she's commenting on that. My canyon has a high point in the floor near one end, and this creates a unique geological feature where the water drainage empties at both ends. This is my no paddle up your creek. Thanks for the video, Treasure Princess. Regards, Jody. I think that could also be the end is ever drawing nigh kind of a thing if it's all the way around. That's interesting. What do you think?
I think that's I wrote back and I told her I thought it was a very interesting possibility.
Yeah.
I thought the way she put it was.
Yeah.
So we're still putting out a really ugly stream, and I'm not sure why. Let's see. Oh, because the system is using... Oh, Windows has not finished the update. It's using half our CPU, for gosh sakes.
That Windows.
Ugh, Windows.
Bad stream. Bad stream. Sorry, guys. Not our fault.
Yeah.
Doing the best we can. Okay, this is from Steve Klein. Have you ever thought of making an investigative crime channel? You guys have the voice and looks for it, and you'll never run out of content. I don't know, just a thought. AGK has come a long way since you first started. Great idea on the coronavirus channel. Keep on keeping on.
Well, thank you, Steve. We feel like we have come a long way. And we've gotten better at live streaming, except for tonight, of course.
All right. It always happens, doesn't
we're
it?
We're good per
You guys are
95%
awesome
of the time.
when everything works.
But I do want to let you guys know that we took Video Tarot, and as a result of
Our
a
Video
number
Tarot
of
YouTube channel.
serendipitous. I'm going to take you over there for just a second, by the way. Let's go on a little
field trip.
field
Trip over to Video Tarot YouTube
Okay,
channel.
so Video Tarot. How do you call video? What do you call Video Tarot?
That's our video album of the last 10 years.
Right.
For Toby and I mean, I didn't get involved until after 2012.
Yeah. So Video Tarot has been around forever. Video Tarot is the name of my corporation, Video Tarot LLC. And a long time ago, I formed this channel. And if you go to it, you'll see videos that cover a broad range of topics, from filmmaking to travel to tools and technology for filmmaking to us partying, and that was kind of cute.
That's a short film.
That was a commercial that we did for
Some competition or another.
Yeah. So, Joy Junction Homeless Shelter. Anyway, it's all there on Video Tarot. We just put stuff up there. Eventually, it got to 1,000 subscribers. We were putting up stuff. The most popular video is
the happy birthday one.
Well, the happy birthday one, yeah. But
if you go to the front page,
see that finished Harbor Freight folding? That's got 17,000 views. I don't know why people like that one. It's just
well, we should get that many because it took us all day to put that thing together.
Yeah. It took three. Kevin, Shelley, and I worked on it all day to get that
trailer
thing.
We assembled.
Okay. So anyway, we have a friend who's a doctor. He's the head of the emergency medicine department at the University of New Mexico. He's the director of the department. He's also a professor in medicine and a doctor, of course. And his name is, believe it or not, Dr. Coffee Brown. So his wife, Cheryl, who we know from our film industry days, contacted Shelley.
Well, she put up a post on Facebook saying that they were going to try to live stream and hope they didn't have too many technical difficulties.
And Shelley suggested, why don't you talk to Toby and see if he can help? So I listened to what they were trying to do. They didn't have the equipment. They didn't have the setup. So I invited him over to our studio, and I said, let's just do it from here. And we live streamed to their Facebook page. Well, Coffee and I, he's very well read. He knows a lot of things. So when he and I get together, we end up just talking over each other on a wide range of topics.
Including sand.
Including what? Including sand, yeah. And so we started talking, and we decided, this would be a good time to do this once a week. So what we've decided to do, I changed Video Tarot to COVID Conversations with Dr. Coffee Brown. And every week it's at 7 o'clock on Monday. We're going to have a live stream, and we're going to take questions via email. You can send those questions to covidconversations@gmail.com. You can send your text messages to 202, or during the evening you could call in and ask your questions, or of course you can ask them in the chat room. And we're going to do this every Monday. It's our way of contributing to resolving this problem. It's going to be with us for a while, and I wanted to make a contribution on what we're good. I'm not a doctor. Shelley's not a doctor. We're not
coach.
We're virologists. We're not epidemiologists, but we are pretty good live streamers. And Shelley has the additional benefit of being a life coach. And it struck us that maybe there's some life coaching that's needed as well. So he agreed, and he's going to show up. He's zooming in from his home. And he's going to show up, and he's going to take calls and answer questions. And we're going to do that every Monday night at 7 p.m. until the coronavirus is a
And
matter
then we
of
might switch
history.
to other topics
Yeah.
that Dr. Coffee would like to talk about
Yeah.
because he's really excited about doing this and just being of help to the community in any way he can.
So, addictions would be an interesting one, but we've got to get through this one first. So every Monday night, 7 o'clock, subscribe to the channel, and that way you'll be informed when we start a live stream. And just show up and ask some questions.
And if you just, you're not going to show up because you're watching K-Pro
Oh,
and Cal
that's another-
Lasers, that's
you know what?
fine. Leave a comment on the video or email us
Right.
at covidconversations@gmail, and we will ask your question and you can watch it later.
I do want to say that I actually wrote Christy and Mike to let them know we were going to be live streaming at the same time. We felt like it was a different enough topic that it shouldn't hurt them, but it was the only night that Dr. Coffee had available, so that's why we had to do it on a Monday. So if you can't join us, like Shelley said, send an email. We'll make sure that it gets answered during the show. The email address is like you see right there, covidconversations@gmail.com. I'll type it in the chat room, and I'll make sure I put it in the description box below this video. Okay? So feel free to join us.
And tell your family and friends about it if they're if they're at all worried and they have questions that because there are a lot of resources out there. There's the CDC and the WHO, and there's your local government and your local everybody. I mean, our senator has put up a page with all sorts of links. So there's all kinds of resources, but there aren't very many resources where you can ask a question and have it answered by a doctor. So we're offering that to you as well as a life coach. If you have questions about, I'm going crazy, my kids are home and they're making me crazy, or, whatever it is that's just maybe up here in your mind, and you need to get your mind right and you want to know how to do that, we can help you with that as well. So again, that's what we're here for, and we look forward to seeing you guys in there.
So I just posted the Gmail address in the chat room. Somebody said that Dale just released a new scrapbook. Of course, we're on the air.
Right.
Why wouldn't he?
Right?
Go ahead with work with the emails and
It's
let me just
Humpday, Hoedown, time for a scrapbook.
scrapbook. Let's see what we got here.
All right. This is called 66,000 Links from Guy. Has anyone discussed the fact that Yellowstone Park is 66,000 chains north of Santa Fe? Peace and blessings, Guy Holmes. 66,000 chains.
Yeah, and I haven't actually done the measurement. So here's what I can tell you. To the best of my knowledge, A, no one has discussed it, and that because B, no one's actually done that calculation. So you may be the first to have done the calculation. Therefore, I feel like it's up to you to start the conversation, right? You can start by telling us why you decided to do that calculation and if it's actually accurate. So where's the dang
Blog?
scrapbooks? There we go. So we got a new forest scrapbook 249. So let's read it and see what kind of hints there are.
It's a picture of forest, all kinds of hints in there. It's like one of those.
Oh, look, he's got
Find a
look where
thing.
his little dog sits. Okay, I don't know if this is
It's like
okay.
a cat.
So I am going over, is this copyrighted? I don't see what's copyrighted. It's blog. We're going over to Dale Neitzel's blog. I am going to put the link in the chat room so you guys can go there now or later.
Shall I read it out loud?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yesterday it was 61 degrees in Santa Fe, so Willie and I took a 45-minute stroll around the yard. The cottonwoods and willows were turning green on the limb ends, and our daffodils were yellow with long green stems. They're the first flowers in our yard to smell like promise. The warming sun felt really nice. Things are tough downtown and around the country, so my family is hunkered down with books aplenty.
Oops, excuse me.
I may even read Journal of a Trapper again. We are almost completely staying at home folks for a while. During my almost 90 years, I've seen the Great Depression, a few wars, and the AIDS epidemic. They were all terrible, and for many long months, some folks thought they were world-ending events, but they weren't. We worked our way through them by banding together and gutting down. We'll do the same with this virus thing, too. That's why I'm so optimistic about the future. It's time to take another stroll around the yard. Willie just heard me think that, and his tail started wagging. Come on, Willie, let's go.
We agree with that assessment.
So basically, Forrest letting us know he's doing well, and, they're hunkered down, weathering it out.
I wonder if somebody let him know that Fenn has been canceled.
I'm sure somebody did.
Yeah.
I'm sure Jamie did.
But he's right around about this one thing, and that is our tagline for this period that we're dealing with the virus is unite and fight. The virus doesn't care what party you belong to. It doesn't care what race, creed, color, or religion you're associated with. It only wants to kill you. And
it doesn't want to kill you. It just wants to stay alive.
It wants to eat your damn lungs.
It wants to stay alive, which is incompatible with our biology.
So, as Shelley used a great example the other night when we were talking about it, and she said, do you remember that movie called Independence Day, where the aliens were coming and we all united exclusive of our individual self-interests, and we beat back the aliens, and then even better, we took their technology and were able to fight off this in Alien Resurrection, was it?
Well,
No,
it was
Resurgence.
Independence Day 2.
Independence Day 2. We fought them back with their
All
own
of them.
technology. The point that you're trying to make is we're not going to beat this as long as we're divided. That's what it expects us to do. The virus has a
don't
brain.
think it has a brain.
It's like an alien. It doesn't expect us to unite and fight.
But,
So
the virus of panic, the virus of divisiveness, those are worse than this. So let's
do what you can, and what you
let's
can
be
do.
neighbors.
What you can do is protect yourself from
Friendly
getting
neighbors.
the virus by social distancing, by washing your hands, and then if you do get it, then you can then your job is to protect everyone else around you, making sure that nobody else gets it from you. If you do that, we'll beat this thing.
There. Anyway, moving on. Put in definition from Hal. Hey, hello, Toby. I was just rereading Osborne Russell's Journal of a Trapper. Oh, boy, everybody's going to do that now. And notice the following sentence in chapter 12. Quote, well, after you get out of the hills on the right-hand fork, there is scrubby box elders about 3 miles along the creek up to where a little right-hand spring branch puts in with lots of slivers of plum trees about the mouth of it and some old beaver dams at the mouth of the main creek. This seems to imply that put in may mean to merge with something, a road or a river, rather than park there, as has been suggested in other videos. Has this been discussed? Thank you, and keep up the good work.
So in this case, I think I can say that it has been discussed. As a matter of fact, there seems to be a preponderance of opinion in this new year. I hadn't heard this prior to 2020, but there seems to be a movement towards the vehicular travel required between for the
To put in?
not far but too far to walk.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
And that
I brought that up.
and
It's
then
probably my fault.
yeah, you started it. And then that the actual place you park your car is the put in below the Homo Brown. I don't remember hearing a bunch about that prior to this year, and then suddenly MTP puts out a video and everybody goes along with it like. So I'm the only I'm the only one that's not there yet.
You know what I based it on?
Yeah, what?
A quote from Forrest Fenn. It wasn't like I took it out of the thin air and made it up.
Did you say the Fenn air?
Yeah, that either.
If you were British, you
said
could
thin
say
air.
oh, sorry. Because some of
Joel
the Brits.
Lewicki is here. What's up, Joel? Neo. It's just a bunch of pictures. Should we say hi to people or what?
Yeah, we're done with voice memos. I got a bunch of text messages, so hurry it up. Hey, remember...
Hurry it up, I will.
Okay, hold up.
Indeed. Because, snappity.
8:30, we're going to give away this
Mister, I was right on time and my computer didn't work.
dye sublimation print of the magical... autographed dye sublimation print of the Magical Treasure Princess at... let's make it 8:30. So if you want to win, go to last Wednesday's show, Wednesday's Humpday, Hoedown, make a comment, and we'll draw from there, all right?
Say hello.
Yeah,
Play the video.
Okay. Okay, go ahead.
I got sunshine on a cloudy day. It was cloudy today, and it
Yeah.
rained. When it's cold outside, I got the month of May. I guess you'd say, what can make me feel this way, my guy? All right,
That's how
in
we
my
do it.
chat
Start rumors.
room.
Chat rumor. Let's see. Corey.
Hola to all of our friends.
I'm going to show
in
it, but
the
contain
chat
yourself.
Room.
Joel, we'll be opening up the phone lines in just a little bit.
Milan Fenner, alone in there. Dave Hedblum.
You do that. I'm going to just check see if there's any questions.
Kyrfol. Maybe it's backwards. LOFRYKL. I don't even know. It's a bunch of letters. Sarah Rocks. Woohoo! And Baba Ganoush. Huli. K-Pro. Those are three of our lady
Moderators.
Wrenchers. I don't know what. Moderators.
Moderators.
Sarah Rocks, Huli, and K-Pro. Thank you. Larry Smith. Sassafras. Christine Kenzie. Mel Drum. Terry McKernan. Ronnie Lee. The Imagination Channel. Davio22. Do know who it is? Shadowcaster. Zoza Rocks. Davio. Mr. T. John Fokker. Freedy Bronze. Redneck Express. Joe Sheeran. Larry Smith. Reading. Colorado. Lamron, which is normal backwards. Andre.
Somebody should have a name that is normal backwards.
Oh, just the words
normal.
normal.
Normal backwards.
Normal backwards. Debbie Teal. Lucky Digger.
That's to Jeffrey Grayjack. I thought toilet paper was the cure. Jeffrey,
The cure for something.
I want to, I think of myself not as a prepper. I think of myself being ready for events. Things
One
that
of those people
unexpected
who keeps
events.
a go bag.
I have a go bag, right?
Right.
But I have never
Grab the bag and go.
I have never seen.
Where's my phone? Oh my God, I can't find my phone.
Well,
that would be used so much. I'd be like, you got everything except your phone.
The
and
go
you can't
bag.
find your phone anywhere.
The go bag has a prepaid
Call
phone.
my phone so I can find it.
Call my phone.
Where's my phone? Oh, that's too funny.
Now I forgot what I was going to say.
cracked myself up.
I can't. I have no idea. Like I said, I'm pretty ready for literally everything except I can't find my phone. And I can't figure out the whole toilet. So, of the list of symptoms from this particular virus, there is down at the bottom the last possibility of people getting it. 1.1% people will have diarrhea. I don't know what meme went around from wherever that people decided they had to have.
I think it was a lolcats, and the lolcat was like, has toilet paper?
Yeah. Because that they had a gentleman on the air on one of the news stations. I think it was CNN, and he was the head of. It was either Georgia Pacific or the other one. What was the
Kimberly Clark.
Clark. And between the two of them, they're the two biggest producers. And he said every American could buy a package of toilet paper every day for the next 100 days, and there would still be warehouses full of them. It's not like there's a shortage any place. So I have no idea. Literally have no idea. I asked one of the questions I asked Coffee the last time we talked was, what's the toilet paper deal? And he's going like, I don't know. So you're not going to run out of toilet paper.
Sort of weird thing. Jim Series here. And we're stuck. Oh, there we go. Okay. My daily agenda.
Did we sing happy birthday to Ashlyn?
We played the video.
Oh, yeah, good. I just wanted to make sure.
Uncle D MMA. Joe Sheeran. MJ Inzer.
I don't know why this phone requires 3 steps to delete a text message.
And you're such a step counter with Electronics. Sheets Trove, Chris Merchant, Jungle Cruiser, Schatz K9 Treasure Hunter, Kiwis Road, Alan K. We have Corey J. Corey J. Donald Stevens. Let's see. Jay Kuykendall. Mel Drum. Tony Russi. Cro-Magnon man survived 1,000,000 years without toilet paper. Dr. Coffee Brown is actually... No, not Dr. Brown Coffee. It's Dr. Coffee Brown. That's his real name.
That's his real name.
Legal name. It's always been his real legal name.
I'll show you.
And Donald, you are welcome. Shelley, could you do a show that is later in the day that would reclaim professionals' peace of mind? Later in the day, huh? Like what time? And because we'd go on at 7.
Oh, you mean
every night?
Yeah.
Every night, Monday through Friday, we're on here.
No,
at
Monday
7.
through Saturday.
Well, you're on Saturdays, so this machine is being used every night, Monday through Saturday at 7. So
we do Monday nights. We're doing COVID conversations. Tuesday is the Member Vault. Wednesday is Humpday Hoedown. Thursday is the Member Vault. Friday is Fandango, and Saturday is Church of the Search.
yeah.
So here's Coffee's curriculum vitae for those of you that have an interest. He is the MD, Department of Emergency Medicine, Emergency Medical Services Academy. He's the medical director of the Bachelor's in EMS program. He served his residency at UNM, got his MD at the University of Arizona Medical School, and his BS at the University of Arizona Combined Sciences degree. And what's great about him, well, his biography, he doesn't write a 2-page biography, he writes a line and a half. I began my life as an art major, but got hooked on science. I began life poor, got better, and I'm happy in the middle. I began life young, I plan to finish it old. So he's a cool guy. I like him a lot. And like me, he's very, he's a genericist. He knows a lot about a bunch of different things. And so we just spend time talking over each other.
Yeah, you need to be quiet and listen. Shadowcaster, Lucky Digger. Who else? Anybody new here? Let's see. Milan, I got him. Ronnie Lee. 500 Pieces. Jose Guichard.
That's
Thank you, Toby and Shelley. You made her day and mine too. Ashlyn is 25.
Oh, 25. Yeah.
That's how old my daughter is.
That's how old I want to be.
No, you don't.
No, I don't. I would like to be 45.
Yeah?
Yeah, 45 would be a good age. 45, 50. That was a good. By that time, you've kind of mellowed out. You've learned what you need to learn, and you can still
I really like where I'm at right now. If I could just stay
that one.
healthy and
Yeah.
at this age and as gorgeous as I am.
It's gorgeous. I just want to be gorgeous. I just like being gorgeous.
It would all be good.
Like this.
Peace Seeker, Mr. T, Donald Carver.
So anyway, happy birthday.
Doug Carver, sorry.
Happy
Doug Carver.
birthday, Ashlyn, a second time.
Yeah. Moisture Eyes.
Oh, we finally got a good stream status. Wow. Thank you, YouTube.
Jeffrey Grayjack. There will be no paddle up your live stream.
Yeah.
Good one, Lamron.
Lamron. K-Pro says she'll be 45 next year. K-Pro, you don't look a day over 44. No, I'm just kidding. 39. You look like a little girl.
Wiki.
That's what I think of my search done.
Good question. I was kind of confused on that one too. That's why I slowed down to make sure I was reading it right.
Yeah, gutting down. That means, fighting it. Don't, show some guts and fight it. Did you see my super chat? No, Heavy Loads, I did not. Did you give us a super chat? You know what? I'm sorry I missed that. Hang on. Oh, there it is.
Donald Stevens loves me.
Heavy Loads says, are searchers still emailing Forrest? It is very likely that searchers are still emailing Forrest, Heavy Loads, but he's probably ignoring them for his own reasons. I don't think a
Got
lot of
to walk
searchers.
the dog. He doesn't have time.
He's got to walk Willie out back.
2 or 3 times every hour, it sounds like.
I'm sure they are, but I think he's just kind of past answering all the emails. So
It's a lot of work.
a
a lot of work.
Sarah Rock says, "You tell him, Lady MTP."
Tell him what?
I don't know about your age thing about
Neo.
being.
Paul Wood. Oh, he says we're sitting too close to each other. What are you, my daughter? That's what she said to me
when
the
we
other
were sitting,
night.
we are sitting too close to each other, but
But we're around each other all the time. We're
yeah.
like families. So.
yeah. I mean, we had dinner. We make dinner together. She makes the salad. I make the entree. So, so we have I'm as isolated. The only person I have any contact with face to face regularly is Shelley. I had long conversations with my children who live here in New Mexico and let them know that we won't be seeing each other until this thing is done because they both have, I have grandchildren. I spoke to my daughter who's expecting at the end of March, told her I wouldn't be there for that. I have spoke to my daughter that is expecting the beginning of August, the one in Washington, and I told her I wouldn't be there for that. So my only contact to the outside world is Shelley. Her only contact to the outside world, effectively, is Kevin. And so if Kevin gets sick, then I have to worry about it. Until then, I don't have to worry about it, and I'll suffer through it. Yes, I am in a high-risk segment of the population, but I'm healthy, and my doctors are emailing me every other day now to check on me. So, we're okay.
Yeah. I think he already had it. I think he went to Las Vegas. He came home. He coughed for about a week, and then he was done with it. And
Yeah.
I think he's done. I think he had it already.
Yeah.
That's what I contend. I don't know if you had a fever though, did you?
I did have a small fever, but nothing
Yeah.
bad. But it started
maybe
with
he already had it. And it was so mild you
know
didn't even
what?
notice.
Interesting. It started with a sore throat. I remember calling you that one day and saying,
Well, you texted me, yeah.
"Yeah,
Yeah, right after Las Vegas. So could be he already had it and got over it, and I didn't.
And
but
I
then I didn't get it. So
I was going around in
know.
Las Vegas, and every
because it's so virulent, I should have caught it from you.
yeah, you should have
If
I had
you
it.
actually had it.
I was just hugging all the Chinese women. Is
Kevin
Kevin
still
still
working?
working?
Yes, he
Yes, he
is.
is.
The thing about my husband is he works for an airline, but he works cargo, which means he drives a truck up to the plane. He hooks the cart, which already has the cargo on it because the other ramp agents have offloaded the cargo onto a cart. So he hooks the cart up, and then he drives it to the freight house and unhooks the cart. So he doesn't have a whole lot of contact with a whole lot of people down there for working for an airline. So he's doing okay.
And if you're worrying about
Can
this
you
now,
answer my super chat? Did we not answer?
I thought we did. Who is that? Is that
Heavy loads.
Yeah, heavy loads. Are searchers still emailing Forrest? Yes.
Oh, yeah. And K-Pro answered it too. She said,
Yeah.
yeah, people are still doing it.
But he's answering progressively fewer of those emails
Right.
at the
It's
at
so
the
much work.
the recommendations of his doctor.
He's got a life, people.
He's kind of live. He's got Willie to take care of.
Captain Marvel's here. Oh, I guess we already done it. El Jiva.
Where do you see that?
803, El Jiva. Hello, everyone. El Maravilloso, FF the Royal. Blazing Paddles. Okay, I think I'm at the bottom. What about you?
Where do you see 803, did you say?
Mm-hmm.
Why does that sound familiar?
The one with the flower and the face with the
Yeah.
halo on it.
Say when?
You just passed it. It's right there.
That one?
Mm-hmm. Kevin Carney's here. He says, I hear Kevin works hard. He does work hard, but he doesn't have to encounter a whole bunch of strangers. He works with the same people every day, and
Yeah.
it's just a small handful of people.
So, and Shelley's his link, and she's my link. So until she gets sick or has some I'm not worried about it. If the worst thing that you can do is start worrying about it. Just do as much as you can to prevent yourself from getting it. And if you do get it, do as much as you can to prevent anybody else from getting it from you. Thanks. Hopefully, like me, they've cut down a lot. Well, heavy loads, let's hope so, if that's what they've actually done. I get a sense that the numbers don't change significantly, even though he keeps saying I'm not going to answer. The other thing, too, is for probably a year, maybe more now, he's just decided he's not answering anything. So I don't know why people who don't get an answer from him continue to write him. And we get emails regularly saying, you're right. Go.
Time to move on.
Move on. We got some chat. Super chat? No, not super chat. We have some. Which one is that? Text time. Okay, text time. So this one is from Scott Mandarich in Edmond, Oklahoma. He says, "Have you ever thought that the blaze might be a three-part blaze, like physical, mental, and spiritual, like a physical place with a historic past and a spiritual meaning? Everyone is looking for a white mark, and I think it's a spiritual place." The great thing about this treasure hunt, Mark, is that Scott, is that you have the opportunity to interpret each of the clues to your own liking. So if you feel it has those three components, physical, mental, and spiritual, then use that and find the treasure. I haven't thought about that, to answer your question. Kiwis Road, what do you think about an idea of sharing and gathering perspective of the chase through Project X? 5 questions that might help shape why Forrest chose his state to hide a treasure trove. If we can on the focus of the treasure chest and the noise of everyone else, we can see stories that are at least a state will line up with a poem. I'm a big fan of crowdsourcing a problem. What's the correct crowd solving? It isn't just crowdsourcing. So yeah, I think crowdsourcing is a good idea.
That's why we do our membership.
Yeah, that's what we're doing actually in the member vault. The problem is that it requires someone with enough knowledge of the technology to really make it a crowd solve. Like we're about to, April 1st, we're going to be starting our annual survey. That's not crowdsourcing. That's simply information collection. We don't derive any benefit from it. It's polling, right? But it's consistent.
Like the census. Be sure you fill our census.
Right. It's important because it gives us something.
This ad brought to you by the census.
To compare to last year. And now this is going to be our fourth year for this, fourth or fifth year for collecting this data. But it's not crowdsourcing. It's simply surveying. And based on
Kiwi says neuro networking.
Neural net. Well, that.
Neuro.
Spell it.
Brain. N-E. U-R-O.
Yeah, the word is neural. N-U-R-E.
A-L.
A-L, yeah.
Neural.
Not neural.
Like neural pathways.
Question from 201. Didn't sign it. Let's see. What do you make of the Forrest Fenn Treasure Fraud channel? I'm not even going to continue with that. I think the Forrest Fenn Treasure Fraud channel is a fraudulent channel. How's that?
Deepak Chopra used to say, laughing is the most valuable thing you can do each day. Each laugh creates $1 million worth of interferon in your own body.
Hi, it's me, Mike W., New Zealand. What do you think about the idea that Forrest wants to teach us to educate and better ourselves? Because after all that, he said, now I feel that my father is sitting on the edge of a cloud somewhere watching, and he also said no time spent in thought is wasted and nothing is too small. This is a really long sentence.
Yeah, that's just the quote from the end of the book.
Nothing is too small, so one should not let knowing a little bit be a substitute for learning more. And as we all know, A bit is a binary 1 or 0, so we should at least learn binary. Why not the periodic table and maths as well? When did I lose you? Very best wishes from Mike, New Zealand. The pandemic bolt hole for billionaires. I don't know what that is. I suppose so you're asking this person. You're asking the wrong question of this person. I'm back to one clue, one metaphor equals one literal location, one geographic location on a map. I am at the stage where that I am no longer testing all those possibilities. I did all of that. It got me nowhere. So I'm back to the poem and a map. All of this other stuff is chaos. And that's why we haven't found it, because he's added chaos and we've added chaos. And don't get me started here, because Shelley's going to have to give me the elbow.
Again.
Let's see. Oh, boy, that is one hell of a shot. What the Day 1 of work from home at NASA agency wide now, Jim in Ohio.
What's that a picture of?
It's a picture of what looks like the bands that strippers wear so you can insert dollar bills in them. Well, apparently
I wouldn't know about that.
Oh, well, no, I guess you wouldn't. So a stripper wears garter bands.
Oh.
And when you appreciate their work, their art form,
you want to tip them.
Well, apparently they're accepting tips at toilet paper now. That's what that is.
Oh. Okie dokie.
Okie dokies.
Interesting.
Let's see. This is show for not. We can actually share that.
No, we don't need to.
Okay, all right.
Moving on.
But it's funny, Jim, our friend. He is funny. You got to admit that. Okay, let's see. Oh, God, this goes on. Let's see. Have you ever thought... Oh, this is the same one. Physical place. Everyone is looking. Scott, there. When Forrest chases down artifacts, do you think he researches areas before he goes places to find artifacts, like read history books about Indian wars and attacks at historical events? Here is Toby's secret for finding artifacts. Study where...
Go to a museum.
Go to a museum and take pictures. But the key is water flow, because water flow carries the artifacts. If you figure out water flow, you're going to find artifacts. Oh, it's from Candy. Hi, you guys. It's Candy. Wanted to ask you guys about what Fenn meant when he talks about footprints. Do you think it's tied to the chase? Footprints?
When does he talk about footprints?
I don't know. I was going to ask you, see if you remembered.
I need a quote.
Well, Candy, I don't know without a quote. Give us a citation. Send us like something. Oh, she's doing it right now. I can see it. I can see her doing something. Okay, let me go on to the next one. Attachment 1 image. Oh, it's a bunch of... NASA has been really busy.
Okay.
Okay,
so
Candy.
Busy that he's sending you a bunch of memes.
That he's sending a bunch of memes. All right, I'm done with text messages. You ready for... You want to do a giveaway?
Don't you have voicemails?
I don't remember. Let me see.
I thought you had a bunch of them.
I have 2 of them.
Oh, okay.
Let's see.
We can do the giveaway or the voicemails.
Let's do the voicemails. Get those out of the way, so in case we have to call somebody back. Oh, long one. Man, this guy used up all 2 minutes here.
Hey guys, it's me, Josh Fisher again. Sure would be nice to get on the show and talk. Seems like I keep missing you. My team that was going to come with me, BOTG, this summer, I just found out that they're not going to come. One's wife won't let him do the chase anymore, and the other 2 people, they don't know if they're not 100% for sure or not. So I'm looking for 2 hikers, or maybe even 3, to come join me on a hike. I'm looking in Montana. I have a lot to say. I have a lot to share with you guys. Things you guys don't know yet that I figured out. I grew up on the Indian reservation, so I know just a little bit about some of the things that Forrest was insinuating in his books, and I'd like to share some of those things with you guys. Feel free to call me back on your next show, whenever that is. My number's
No, no,
265.
That's the wrong one.
Oopsie.
I do look
You weren't
forward to
fast
hearing
enough.
from you guys.
Well, I couldn't. You were reaching
Stay
for the wrong
safe
one.
and stay well from the coronavirus, and I look forward to hearing from you. You can call me before the show too, and let me know what time the show is going to start. That way, I have a heads up, and I can kind of get mentally prepared for the show. Maybe like
We need
give
to
me
be
10 or
mentally
15
prepared for
minutes
the
maybe
show.
to talk on the air. If you guys have any questions for me too, I don't want to sound like a know-it-all here, but I kind of know it all, you know, like it's hard to, once you see what I'm sharing with you, then you'll understand a little bit more. But I really do need a couple of hikers to come with me. Not really that far, but
Not too far.
I look forward to hearing
far
from you
to
guys.
hike?
Thanks. Have a good day. Bye.
All right. I think we've tried calling Josh before, and every time we've called, there's been some sort of difficulty. So let's save that for a while. Let's take this other voicemail, see what we got going here.
Hey, Toby, this is Chris. I'm from Colorado. I was just wondering if you still have the theory that 7,000 to 8,000 feet has something to do with it. If you could expand on that, I'd appreciate it. Thank you. Bye-bye.
So, Chris, I have changed my theory regarding the 7,000 to 8,000 feet. I have revised it to the treasure is within 100 feet either side of 7,600. So 7,500 to 7,700 is where I think it is. So,
Alan Kay says he sent an email tonight.
oh, Alan, we'll read that on Friday. We try to print out our emails beforehand so that we can review them. So we will read that one on Friday. I hope that's okay with you. All right. So I am ready to do a giveaway. You ready to do a giveaway?
Sure.
So
Are you ready, Jamal?
Jamal is ready for the giveaway. I am going to find out what country those things come from, and I'm going to order some.
No,
Then I'm
you're
going to
not.
take a video.
No, you're not.
All right, here is the giveaway. Oh, you know what I can do? I can show you the
Why
full-size version.
7,700 feet?
Oh, man, you have got to pay more attention, Captain Marvel. You've got to pay more attention. I didn't say 7,700
Toby
feet.
doesn't hate you, Jeff.
Jeff, why do I hate Jeff?
Because he keeps
Toby hates
bringing
me.
up fishing regulations.
Oh, Captain Marvel, I didn't say 7,700. I said between 7,500 and 7,700. And you would have to have watched several other shows to find out why. So I'm going to go to community here. Oh, let me go to screenshot here. And you will get the full
effect of the princess.
oh,
Team Treasure Princess.
open page in new tab.
You
So
too can be a member
the
of
Team Treasure Princess.
Treasure Princess.
So that's the image. It's an original illustration. Now I'm not numbering these one of one because we're going to give away others. It is a dye sublimation print, so it'll last longer than you, especially if you get the coronavirus this year.
Hey, that's not be talking like
Okay,
that.
all right, okay.
You're in trouble now.
You're in trouble now.
Put you in the corner.
Okay, Sarah.
Time him out.
So let's go to, let's see, Video Manager. So you have about 30 seconds to go add a comment to last Wednesday's video. And then we go to Live, and then we go to last Wednesday. Is that Humpday Hoedown? That's it right there. So it's Wednesday, March 11th. We're going to copy that link right now. Right now, as they used to say in Texas. And we're going to comment picker.com.
They're not high heels, they're wedges.
Seriously, we're having that conversation. What guy brought that up?
Jeff. He
Jeff,
just said wear high heels in battle.
They're wedges. They're wedges in battle. Besides, she's won the battle. You can see her sword is resting on her shoulder. She's not in attack mode.
In fact, my bicep is much bigger than that.
Yeah. We had to
Showed
call
it
the
to
poor
everybody
guy.
last night.
And,
I'm like, look at this. Ah. Now I went like,
okay, random comment picker. Here's the link to the video. That would be last Wednesday's the video of March 11th. Let's see how many comments. 53. Good chance of winning. All right, let's see who's winning this, baby. Are we doing the if you won before you can't win again, or we're just writing that off now?
I don't care.
Okay.
It's up to you.
If you won before and you win this time, I'm okay with that.
It's
and
a new
so is she.
thingy.
Let's see who we have, and the winner is
Brad
Creel.
Don't
So
know
Brad Creel,
That's
if
new name. Congratulations, Brad. I hope you're interested in having Team Treasure Princess.
Princess on your wall, like above your bed in your bedroom, So.
Let's not go there.
So, Brad, if you would do me the favor of sending your shipping address to the 202 number, the one right here, 202-815-1171. If, Brad, you don't do that before next Wednesday, then we will give it away again. So, congratulations, Brad. Send your shipping address to 202-815-1171. And make sure you if your screen name is Brad Creel and that's not your real name, let me know that you're Brad Creel and give me your real name. Okay?
So we mail it to the right person.
Okay, so I think we're going to do...
If Robert in Colorado is here, Toby still didn't get your
Robert
address.
in Colorado, I still don't have your address.
Yeah, we know that you want the prize, and we know that you are trying to send it to us, but we still haven't seen it, so try again, please.
Okay, so I think what we should do is call... Let me go... I got some more text messages. Hang on just a second. Let me see what that's all about. So Candy sent... Oh, jeez. Ben said the clues go in chronological order. Is this true? How the clues tie to time? I don't think he meant when he said chronological. I think what he meant is you follow them in order, and it's going to whether it's distance or time, you follow them in order. I don't think that.
It's currently chronological.
I can't read that. So let's go back.
You can't jump ahead and then jump back in time or space. So
let's see. But I want to know. Okay, don't want to call you out publicly, but I want to know what you almost slipped up and shared tonight. What do we almost slip up and share tonight?
I have no idea. Oh, you know when I went like this? Because while you were talking, it wasn't that I didn't want him to say whatever it was he wanted me to say. I was just like we
Let's
need to
move
get
on.
moving because we're running out of time.
It wasn't. Yeah, that's her. When you see this arm, when you do the motion,
they didn't see it. They just saw you shut down.
Okay. Yeah, when she wants me to move on, she taps me on my leg. So. That's the indication to move on. We weren't
as we need to do now because we only have half an hour for people to call in.
Oh, no.
Open up them phone lines.
Open up the phone lines. Well, I want to call Josh first.
Are you sure? Because K-Pro says maybe you don't want to do that.
Why do I not want to do that?
She says use caution on that.
Right. Where do you see that?
In the chat room. She said a couple times, be careful there and use caution. And are you sure you want to do that? Yeah.
Okay.
So just be aware. It's what they whisper.
Yeah, Toby, this is Ken from Oklahoma. Hey, give me a call back, and I'll update you on my Tarzan research. Thanks.
Tarzan. We got another one. There's another one from...
Say, Toby Shelley, forgot to mention, Sassy's done a great version of the poem in a song. Please go to the Sassy 19. You know her address, your YouTube address. Go there and play it. It's great.
We'll have to save that for Saturday. Church of the Search.
Church of the Search.
It's running out of time tonight.
Yeah. Okay, so let me go back here,
But
and
thank you.
so now I'm cautious about this.
Sassafras also says don't call.
Really?
Yeah. I
Yeah,
think
but-
we've talked to this person before,
Oh, have we?
and it was not elucidating. It
Okay,
was
all right.
not illuminating. It was
Okay, well, let's call Ken.
Awkward.
Ken wants us to call you.
Yeah, Toby, this is Ken from Oklahoma. Hey, give me a call back and I'll update you.
update you. Where's Rudy? Right here.
Hello.
Hey, Ken, it's Toby and Shelley. You're on the air, brother.
Yeah, hey, how are you? Hey, yeah, so, that caller, when I called in last night on the church night, mentioned if I had an opinion why Forrest called the treasure Tarzan.
Right, yeah. Did you
Right?
figure it out?
Yeah, okay. Yeah, here's my research. So, Tarzan, I went with Ron Eli, was in the TV show.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
Look up Ron Eli. Ron Eli made a one-time 1975, I think, movie called Doc Savage, Man of Bronze.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's where I think the Tarzan and bronze chest go together.
Oh, so
Now, this
that
Doc
link.
Savage, yeah. So this Doc Savage character, it seems like it'd be right up his alley. It was Pulp Fiction in like the 30s and 40s,
Yeah.
and there's always a treasure involved. And the very first book, that one there called Man of Bronze, his father is murdered, and he has to figure out the murderer and find a treasure. And yeah, so I think that could be a big rabbit hole for some of you guys to go down.
Yeah, no,
Doc Savage books.
It does sound kind of rabbit holey, doesn't it? But it sounds like something that if you had been reading Doc Savage in the 30s, Man of Bronze, that somewhere later in life that might stick in your head. I think that's pretty good research there.
Yeah, there's a whole bunch of books, and they almost always involve a treasure. And I also looked up that iconography on the chest, and I thought this was interesting too. It seemed like more often it was carved out of ivory.
Yeah.
And in one of the brief little synopsis of those Doc Savage books I read on Wikipedia, one of them, they were going to look for an ivory treasure chest.
Oh, that's interesting.
So, yeah, so, who knows what little odds and ends might lurk in those books.
Who knows what the shadow...
Yeah, exactly.
Well, it's interesting because if you look up the iconography that's emblazoned, that's cast into the chest, it's a common medieval theme called Assault on the Castle of Love. And if you look it up, there are a lot of that same iconography carved into ivory.
Right, exactly. Yeah, that's what I mean. And I don't remember what it was, something like polar or something, but if you go to Wikipedia or whoever wants to look at it, there's kind of brief little synopsis of both these Doc Savage books. So
all right.
Who knows? Could be stuff in there.
Well,
and now, but more importantly,
okay,
does this give us a window into Fenn's clue building? 2 degrees of separation, at least, kind of like that whole Kevin Bacon thing.
Yeah. Well, Kevin Bacon is 6 degrees, but
right.
But it is possible, and that's why one of my areas of research right now is Byron Price's The Secret, because they have a lot in common, right? How he approached it, and Price's book came out long before Fenn decided. It came out long before he got sick. And long before he decided to do a treasure, so he had the benefit of The Secret to borrow from. And I get a sense that there are a lot of things that Fenn does well, but one of the things that he does well is usurp material and make it his own. And that's not unusual. That's not a criticism. It's just that he's really good at pulling things from a variety of others. So he's a well-read man. And he's good at pulling things from other sources and turning them into his own thing. You can see that in The Thrill of the Chase, where so many times he uses quotes and citations as if he invented them. So it's interesting to see that, and it's very possible that if you were in the 1930s to have read one of the Doc Savage books, and it happened to be Man of Bronze, that would have stuck in your head for a while. And then later on in life, you saw Ron Ely in the Tarzan series on. Well, they weren't actually on TV. They were serials. They were played in the theaters, kind of like the Cisco Kid and.
Well, I know I watched them on TV in the 70s. Maybe that was just rerun.
They were. I saw
Guy,
them.
the Jungle Boy, and
Right. Yeah, I saw them all as a child in theaters. We used to go to the Saturday matinee. It was 10 cents, and we saw cartoons, we saw serials, and then we'd see a movie. And it was what my mother referred to as babysitting back then. But we'd go downtown Santa Fe, and that's where I saw all those Doc Savage, Tarzan, Cisco Kid, Roy Rogers, Gene Autry, Lash LaRue, my hero. Lash LaRue. And then there were the space guys. There was Savior of the Universe, Flash Gordon.
Flash.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
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 So that was a serial. I watched that as a serial in black and white and really bad effects. You know, they didn't have effects back then.
So what I was thinking is, so maybe Forrest watched or a little more pop culture than he lets on.
Yeah.
If he knew about Ryan Eli. So here's one I did. And I thought, if you guys ever wanted a excuse for a show, just call it the Rabbit Hole Show.
Yeah.
But here's a clue association for Homer Brown.
Okay.
You ready?
Go ahead.
Homer Brown, Van Dyke Brown, Dick Van Dyke Show. Where he was actually born, and also where the show was Manhattan, Los Alamos. There you go.
Wow, talk about you. That's 6 degrees of separation right there.
Where does New Rochelle come in? New Rochelle, New York. That's where he lived as the character.
As a character lived in New Rochelle, yeah.
Yeah.
So
his firm was in Manhattan because I just looked him up.
Yeah.
Yeah. The where all the scenes took place with those two writers and stuff.
Yeah. So mine was Brown, Van Dyke Brown, Lignite. See, I don't even have to go as far as you do.
Yeah, there you go. Hey, I got a little comment for Shelley because I have never called in when Shelley was here. So when Shelley reads the names off of the people she's seen in the emails and stuff,
yeah,
it kind of reminds me of the magic mirror on Romper Room. Anybody remember that?
Yes.
She.
Yeah, you remember that? Yeah,
of course.
She does. She actually thought.
I see.
Yeah,
Mary
you should get a little magic
Tommy
mirror.
and Jeff.
Yeah. I used to always wonder, why does she never call my name?
Yeah.
Me too.
Yeah, she said that's a magic mirror. Why isn't she?
Yeah.
No, it was just your average
Right here.
John, Amy, Bob.
Yeah.
All right, sir.
So anyhow, even if we just stop at the Tarzan, so Ron Eli, boy, there's like Eli Mountain. There's some Clayton stuff. There's just all kinds of stuff. So there's rabbit holes aplenty out there.
Yeah. Well, that's what we're going to count on you to keep following through.
All right. I appreciate it. Take care.
Talk to you later. All right. I think that would, let me see, make sure. Hi, Shelley and Toby. This is Rob in Colorado. Yay, Rob. Thank you. That will go out this weekend. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. And I'm sorry I lost the other one. I don't know how I managed to do that, but thank you for taking the time to resend that. Let's see. So Candy sent us an image. We're going to have to get. Candy is better just calling in and doing that. Let's open up the phone lines.
Doing it.
Okay, phone lines are open. 202-815-1171. That's
Call
202.
Rooster phone.
The
Got the rooster phone.
The rooster phone is open. 202-815-1171. Call in. I'm going to limit tonight's calls to 10 minutes, not like we did on Saturday, where we were up to a half hour in some of those calls. So,
I have a question.
Davio says, Miss Nancy, my princess. Look, I see Davy. Austin, Texas. Is this Waco? No.
Austin. I hear me.
Don't forget to turn down your audio. Hey, you've reached Toby and Shelley. You're on the air. What's your name and what are you calling about? Hello?
I can't hear anything.
We can hear you. So turn off your computer, but turn on your phone.
Hello.
Or you know what to do?
Try again.
Okay, wait a minute. Don't do that. Don't do that. Or you can. Okay, he's gonna try again.
He couldn't hear you.
Yeah, you know
Tell him
why?
not to do that.
Because he was watching the show on his phone, so he turned down the audio. That's why he couldn't hear us.
You
So
can't
here,
do both.
yeah, just on the if you're watching us on your phone, turn the audio on the video off. Just press
Or
the video.
stop the show and then call.
Right, and then call because
works
that's what's happening. That's why you can't hear
I was
us.
going to tell you something, but then I forgot what it was.
Phone line is open 202-815-1171. Call us now. We still have a couple of minutes here. All right, Austin, let's see if we got it figured out. Hey, you've reached Toby and Shelley. You're on the air. What's your name? Where are you calling from? And what's your observation on the chest, on the treasure?
Oh, observation. This is Jeff Grayjack from Austin, Texas.
Hey, Jeff. How are you doing? I'm going to add you. Hang on.
Pretty good. Pretty good. Listen, I wanted to tell you, thanks for giving me Forrest Fenn's email address, and I actually emailed him, and he actually responded.
Really? You must have had something damned interesting to say. So help out all these searchers that are not getting a response. What is it that you said to Forrest in your email that he caused that made him want to respond to you?
Yeah, okay. Just cut me off at 9 minutes. He's pretty much a chatterbox. So
Really?
when we get to like 8 or 9 minutes, just go ahead and let me know. And
Wait,
then
Fenn's a chatterbox or you're a chatterbox?
No, Mr. Fenn was a chatterbox.
Okay, well, go for it. Let's see what he had to say.
I wanted to ask him, or I did ask him, exactly what dictionary that he'd like to use, trying to find out which dictionary he might have been using when he wrote the poem.
Yeah.
And his response was, and this is where it gets pretty long-winded, was Google.
Oh, Mr. Chatterbox does it again.
And that was it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Nice. That sounds like a Forrest Fenn kind of response, and I think I think if you're lucky enough for him to have actually opened up the email, what was your subject line? That's because that's probably what he's using.
Oh, you know what? I don't. Let's see. I can open it up real
It
quick.
was probably the whole email was the subject line. What dictionary did you use? Question mark.
I think it was something dictionary question.
Yeah. So you've got to
something like that.
I think you got to pull him in with some sort of great subject line, and then when he reads it and he knows he can answer it in one word, then I think you're going to get an answer. I think if your subject line is, I think I found the location of the treasure ... then he's probably going to ignore it. You know.
Yeah, that's what I figured. I made it something very, very simple, just because you had said that the chances of him answering you are pretty slim, but to improve that, make it a real fast email, which is exactly what I did. So
Yeah. Well, good.
I just thought I'd share that, and thank you for that.
Well, you're welcome. I'm glad you got an answer at least, and you're. I'm glad that we didn't use up the whole 10 minutes actually.
Yeah. Exactly. All right, listen, I'll free it up for the next person. Thanks, y'all.
Thanks for calling in, Jeff.
You bet.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Google. How's that? Simplify, right?
Simplify.
Do what everybody else does. Use Google. We did find that cool. Did I share this with you guys? Did I share the what was all that about?
I'm getting tired of sitting.
Oh, do you want to stand? Your head will be above. They'll just see the middle part of you. So,
I was going to ask you about Treasure Princess.
Yeah, what about her?
Did you put her on products?
I did. I put her on a cup. I haven't put her on anything else yet.
And are you going to tell them that there's a cup, or is it not available for sale?
No. It's available. They approved it. Did I tell you I got a Zazzle email going? They had like 5 questions. Where did you get this image? Why are you using it? Was this used in comic strips?
This isn't
what
you.
movie did it? Yeah, this isn't you. And I answered them all to their satisfaction. So they put the product out. The product is, and there was a St. Patty's Day discount, but I think it's gone now. But you can actually you can join Team Treasure Princess by going. So I put it in the, it's comments. Community. Go to our community page and.
Oh, there's the cup. Look at
There's
that.
the cup. And if you go to that link right now, you go to Zazzle.
Are you getting me one?
I ordered 2 of them for us already.
Yay.
So I'm not going to sign it because we don't need to. You can buy it. It's $19.20. They do have, look, they have a new 15% discount. if you about it.
50
So
invites.
and that says Team Treasure Princess, so you can get it on a cup. So yeah, I ordered 2 for us.
There.
That
so if
was
you didn't
actually
win a prize and you wanted to really badly, here.
Yeah.
You can join Team Treasure Princess at Zazzle.
So I'm going to put it on some other products as
And
well.
the link is in our community page.
I use Zazzle so rarely that I don't have a good handle on it. Like, oh.
That's cute. It's a neat cup.
Yeah, it's a cute cup.
It's a
So
neat cup.
I ordered a pair of them for us. So anyway, what I was going to go to was
Bathtub shot. There's no bathtub
where
shot.
bathtub shot.
Unless you're talking about yourself, K-Pro.
Yeah, that's K-Pro. That there is a bathtub shot actually.
Of her?
Yeah, I think there's one from Vegas.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So that is the link to the
Kevin
real time.
wouldn't like that.
Yeah, no. As a matter of fact, I asked Shelly before after I got the illustration, I showed it to her. I asked her if we should check with Kevin first because, it showed off a little bit more than.
It's not
So
naked.
let's see where we are in the U.S. We're still pretty far down there. 9,345 confirmed cases, and
Why are we looking at this?
I don't know. I was trying to find that thing that Alicia taught us.
Redbubble?
No, Versa.
Oh, that Alicia.
Yeah,
Visu
words. There it is. So one of our members shared this with us, and I thought it was really, really cool. So I'll share it with you. It's called Visu words, and you just put a word up here like blaze.
Yeah.
Blaze.
Alone in there says, I emailed Forrest once. He said, stop emailing me. So I called him.
So when you put in a word, it puts it at the center and gives all the connections, nouns, verbs, adjectives, and adverbs. These are the kind of connections. And it's just really, really cool if you want to, if you're looking for ways to kind of stimulate additional thought in various areas. It's called visuwords.com. So check it out. It's kind of cool. Let me go back to full screen here. Phone lines are open, 202-815-1171. Did I get some more voicemails here? Got some voicemail.
Phone lines are open.
And for those of you that I noticed that were several email messages that came in during the show, what we will do is... usually we'll just read those on the next show. It's hard for us to get the message printed out. We have to walk all the way over there to the printer. Whew. Okay.
Mike.
Mike. Yeah, remember the good old days when we could use Mike.
Humpday. Abbazd. Is the phone line closed?
No.
Or is that a text?
Oh, wait a minute. You know what? Maybe it is a close. No, I opened it up.
Are you sure?
Do not disturb. Yeah.
Oh.
Phone line is open. 202.
Well, how did they leave a voicemail then?
That wasn't a voicemail. That was a text message.
No text message. Never mind.
Okay, text message.
Never mind.
Text message from Ken. Are you guys familiar with the audio Fenn speaks with Lady Dale Nuts and Forrest about meaning of Terry Scant? Yes. Lady seems to have perturbed Forrest to the point where he says it means get the hell out of there. Seems like he is relaying that there might be danger there. Thoughts? No.
The danger is somebody's going to see you with that treasure and will take it away from you.
Terry Scant, he explains to her, the reason she made him mad is because she tried to infer that it had something she had heard, talk to someone and they said, maybe it means tarry, as in tar, Scant, et cetera, et cetera. And he said, no, Terry Scant, get the hell out of there. As in, you now have the treasure in your possession. Leave. Go quickly out of there. I don't think there was any...
Look quickly down, go quickly away.
Yeah. You've got the treasure. What do you want to do? Hang around and have a party, for gosh sakes? Ghostman, Arizona. Missed text because of time change. Would invite everyone to revisit the movie Wag the Dog. Stay safe. All.
I think that's political.
It's a political thing, right?
Yeah. It was a good movie.
Good movie.
From what I remember. It was a long time ago. Probably on HBO. I'm not sure.
Okay, phone lines are open. I will hold them open for another 4 minutes, and then we're going to do an early close so Shelly can get home at a reasonable hour tonight. How's that?
And get sleep.
And get some
to
sleep.
Be healthy.
So rest of the week, we've got 7 o'clock tomorrow. We've got Member Vault. If you're not a member of the Member Vault, you don't have to worry about
We
it.
should play the promo.
promo. Yeah, since we don't have any phone lines, let's do that.
So if you're a brand new searcher, what's the first thing you want to do is read the book. So we're going to read the book. And then we're going to also, at the same time, match it up to the poem. So what did this chapter say to you about what do you see in the poem? How do they fit together? So we're going to work the poem and the book together. Now you can join at any time. It's going to be an open door membership. In the bonus section on the Member Vault, we have added 2 videos that Toby produced.
Is he saying there is stuff in life that isn't worthy of spending time knowing, or that the real test of your intelligence is knowing the stuff that everybody else thinks is not worthy of knowing?
You know, when he talks about no special knowledge is needed to find the treasure, but maybe you need to know those things not worthy of knowing in order to find the treasure.
So were you worried, Rio Grande Joe, were you worried about being left out tonight?
No, I just didn't hear nobody calling. I said, I better call.
Oh, well, I guess that's a good...
He's stepping up and taking a leadership role.
Take a leadership role. All right, so tell me something new that you haven't told me before and that will keep the interest of the room so they don't start paying me to hang up on you. I'm just being honest.
Okay.
Okay.
Now I was listening to where you have to drive down from WWH.
Yeah. No. So I want to clarify. I didn't say that was my theory.
First.
No, I agree with you. I agree with you. So I want to say that is not part of my theory, but I seem to have heard that a lot more recently than I had in previous years. It seems to be more in the mainstream conversation about that. That doesn't necessarily mean I believe it, but and I do recall you bringing it up. So
about a month ago, I told you have to drive down.
Yeah.
And everybody's catching up finally. So.
Oh, you think that's what happened? That they just heard you say it on the air, and they've decided, you know what?
Yeah, it was in the back of their mind. Yeah.
Ese Rio Grande Joe, he may have something there. See. Yeah.
At the end.
You know what? You know when I know you've got when you've got it right.
What's that?
When Waco Joe calls and agrees with you. That's what I need.
Who?
Waco Joe, the other Joe.
Oh, I hadn't heard from him for a while.
Yeah, he hasn't. He's funny because he'll disappear for a while and then one night he'll pop up. I have had some text messages, but nothing of any great import. Just kind of, hey, just checking in kind of thing. So.
And the snow's melting fast, so.
You know what? Every time you just cursed it. Every time somebody says the snow is melting fast, another storm comes through.
Yeah, but now we got this coronavirus.
Oh, yeah, you got to deal with that. It's a killer. It just wants to eat your lungs out from the inside, brother. Be careful.
I hope it don't.
And it doesn't care what part of the Rio Grande you're from. Don't get me started.
I gave it a new name, the coronavirus.
Oh, man, you just messed up because Joel Lewicki's calling. I'm going to have to hang up on you.
Oh, no. Anyways, we're getting closer to snow melt, so.
Yeah, we are, but it's going to be a problem. Somebody asked me today on another program, is it going to affect the search season? The answer is yes. It is going to affect the search season.
That's why you got to go by yourself to get it.
Even then, so there's going to be some conditions, right? If you have to fly, you're going to have problems scheduling flights. If you have to go into a national park, they closed down parts of Yellowstone today. They're going to close down more parts of Yellowstone. Right,
and the 500-footers were flying over it.
Yeah, well, there's going to be some changes. I got a funny feeling that if you're not a couple of hours away from your search area, there's not going to be any search in this.
I am.
Yeah,
it's not in a national park anyway, so that's what.
That's good. I think that's what it's going to take. I think the searchers that get out this year are going to be the ones that are close, don't have to fly,
right,
and don't have to form a crew to go find the treasure.
That's why me and you are lucky. We're just right here by it.
Exactly. That's why I'm going to go. I'm going to just go. I was going to take it to Fenn, pero
no hay.
Ya se voló.
Ya se voló. No más.
Ya se voló el Fenn.
Tell Shelly I like her shirt.
She can hear you. Just keep it
Okay.
at I like your
Yes,
shirt
it's
and
nice.
don't go beyond that, right? Okay.
Oh no,
All right. Be civil now.
I'm just saying.
Be
I
a
like
gentleman.
flowers.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
a gentleman.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. And has anybody had any new clues that I missed?
No, actually, I've been hearing pretty much the same thing. I think there was a couple last week, some that had some new ideas, but
Okay.
by that time I was a little bit tipsy and I didn't take it well. So I've got to learn. I've got to learn to control my temper.
And nobody's found the WWH yet.
Nobody's found nothing. We're still, and it's going to be worse this year because there's not going to be any chance to go find anything unless you want to die from that virus that wants to eat your lungs out from the inside.
Yeah, we don't need that coronavirus.
No, we don't need it. No, but we're going to have to deal with it, and it's going to get worse before it gets better, brother. So just be cautious. Take care of yourself. I'm telling you, my kids called me. They asked me what to do. I said, make sure you don't get it, and then make sure if you do get it, you don't give it to anybody else. That's all you can do.
Yeah. Mine and your heart's running on a battery, so we got to be careful.
Yeah, I think we have some benefits in that if it does get us, we got that thing that's just going to shock us back to life anyway. So.
That's right. I've been shocked 7 times, and I don't like it.
Oh, really? You have?
Yes.
Over what period of time?
Oh, when I first got it back in 2008.
Oh, jeez. You know what? I've had it now since...
It wore down the battery. It hit me so much. So it only lasted like 3 or 4 years. And then this second one's lasted since 12 to now.
Yeah. So 12 was when I got the first one. And it lasted till this last summer. So it lasted 7 years. 7 years. I didn't have any shocks.
Yeah.
And I've never had a shock. They told me what it would be like. The only time I've had a shock was when they tested it on the table.
It'll buckle your knees if it doesn't knock you to the ground.
That's what they said.
Be careful.
They said it'll knock you to the ground. But
I was walking towards my pickup when it hit me because I was trying to get to the hospital.
Yeah. You knew there was something going on.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
What was weird for me is when it ran out of battery, it was beeping every morning at 11:08. It starts beeping.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah.
I told the doctor, I hear a beep.
Yeah.
Well, it shouldn't beep. And I said, well, it is.
Yeah.
He said, well, the battery's low, I guess.
You warn your battery, and they replaced it.
Yeah.
Another new set of scars.
We're part robots, so we got to find that chest.
All right, brother. Let me see if I can get Joel and call him back real quick.
Okay, real fine.
All right. Talk to you. Thanks for calling in. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
So did you do a ka-ching for Amanda?
I did.
Amanda says, hi, guys. Hope you are well. Can I email you some obscure collages? Might be shared tangents of cognitive correlations. God, Amanda, wow, be still my heart. You're welcome to share my thoughts, of course, but I don't know if you'd want to. Yeah, Amanda, send them, and we'll decide. And if you give us permission to share them,
$10.
You know what? Song. You are absolutely right. Amanda, send them, and we'll be happy to look at them. And if they're within reason and they don't offend people, yeah, we'll share them with everybody. We like sharing stuff.
Sharing is caring.
Sharing is caring. This is for Amanda.
Super chat 10.
Super chat. Where is it? That was for you, Amanda. Let me call Joel back, see what he has to say. Joel.
Oh, they shut the airport down in Salt Lake City today because of the earthquake.
5.7?
Hello, and thank you for calling Movie Phone.
We called Movie Phone again?
Damn it.
What's going on?
It's not like we can actually go to the movies.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So what's new with you?
Oh, not a whole lot. Why is everybody ignoring the fact that obviously this whole virus is put out by Forrest Fenn because someone emailed him the correct solve and he doesn't want it to be over? Honestly, have we already talked about this?
Nice. I hadn't even thought about that. You are so far ahead of us in that line of thinking.
Yep.
It's so obvious.
So
I'm guessing that's why no one said anything.
Do you think he paid the Chinese to release it and then spread it this way?
Well, I'm just saying he had that scrapbook all ready to go.
Yeah. Everybody.
Do I need to connect the dots?
Right. So he had a scrapbook telling us you better off staying home this year.
Yep.
And it was kind of already got the picture with Willie.
Yep.
Yeah.
Those little puppy dog eyes.
Yeah.
Please
yeah.
don't go get my treasure.
The one on the dog too.
Yeah.
Oh, you mean yeah? I see what you're saying.
Yeah. So
interesting. I like
in a weird
that
turn of events. I did send him my solve, so I've got to believe that's what it is.
I already
I
see the link. You send him your theory. He says, I want to elongate past this year, contacts the Chinese, releases the virus, releases a scrapbook saying, just take it easy. Don't go out of your way to hurt yourself this year.
Yep.
Joel?
I mean, my solve even had bat soup and lack of toilet paper. It had everything.
Bat soup and rolls of toilet paper.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's all connected.
Yeah. Nobody would believe you about the Homer Brown.
I really don't know why I was going to call in. I had nothing compared to the last caller. But if I can keep Shelley from leaving early, then I'll do that.
Yeah. Well, what happened was Kevin changed schedules, right? So now he leaves work at 9. He's home by 9:30. We didn't have to worry about that before. We could just kind of relax. And so she needs to beat him home at 9:30. So.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Well, I'll just I'll save my entire solve for another time. Then.
All right. Well, bring it because I do want to hear it, especially if it includes.
Well, give us at least where warm water's home.
Yeah, where warm water's home.
I said it had to do with toilet paper. Do I need to connect it up?
Okay, all right.
Yes.
Okay, I think there are, it's not just, Scrapbook 249 is not just an advisory because you're so damn close. I think there are some additional hints and clues so that those of us who aren't as close as you are can maybe beat you to it after the virus.
Well, why else would you use a made-up phrase like gutting down?
It's got to do with fish because you got fish.
Yeah. I mean, what else do you gut but a fish?
Right. Or a cat.
Or a cat.
Cat gut.
Ouch.
Cat gut.
Wow.
Oh, okay. Ow. That was from the Magical Treasure Princess. That wasn't me.
Violin with cat gut.
Oh, okay. All right.
And the Italians, and they're singing and they're playing in the streets.
Yeah.
I see where you're going with that, Shelley. Again, it's all connected.
It's all connected. You just have to connect
the whole world
those
is connected.
dots. Yeah.
All
right. Well, be careful. Stay away from the virus. Keep your family away from the virus. And
be careful with what? With the virus?
Yeah, with the virus.
I think it's best to just stay away from the virus.
Yeah, no. Yeah, don't arm wrestle the virus.
Yeah.
So
keep clear.
Yeah, and watch us
hunker down.
Watch us
on
Bonita.
Did you guys address the scrapbook earlier? I made a bad mistake in my shop and almost cut my finger off and had to walk away from the live stream for a while.
Ow.
I missed quite a bit. Did you go into the scrapbook at all?
Well,
we read it aloud.
We're anti-scrap. Well, I don't want to say. I'm anti-scrapbook, so I don't do any analysis on it. I just read the things.
I use them in my videos when he says a certain word.
So, but we just got a notice this evening that it had arrived on the scene, and so we went over, checked it out, read it aloud, and then went back to teasing people with roosters.
Okay, well, I'll have to go back and watch the rooster teasing then. That's my favorite part. So.
Take a look at the scrapbook and then call us on Friday and tell us what you think.
Oh, wow, I almost forgot.
What?
So I have no idea who John Fokker is or what on earth I did to piss him off so much. But John, this is my public apology to you for me being me and you hating me so much. So there you go.
What?
No, I'm just kidding. He likes to give me a hard time in the chat.
Oh, okay. All
I needed to call him out so that.
All right. Well, we like to. If you call in, Joel, just don't put us down.
What is the zone of death?
What?
I don't know.
3SIO. Do you think Mr. Fenn would be crafty enough to hide the treasure in the zone of death in order to stick it to the man? Joel's thoughts as well.
Yeah, what do you think, Joel?
That's referencing the hypothetical area in the western part of Yellowstone National Park wherein you could not get a grand jury because there's inadequate people in the district.
Right.
I remember. Yeah. So it's come up a number of times in the chase. that's a theoretical problem that would be overcome in reality. It is not. You don't have a license to murder someone in that part of Idaho, and what is it? It's Montana and Wyoming.
Is it actually called the zone of death?
The person that wrote the law review article, I think, referenced something along those lines.
Oh, that's
interesting. I haven't read it in years, but yeah,
right.
I think that's what they're referencing. I think that no, I don't think that Forrest would have done that in order to, quote unquote, as the question asker said, stick it to the man.
Stick it to the man. Yeah.
No, he's. I don't think that he would be that subtle. I think he'd be much more overt with how he feels about government.
Yeah. Agreed.
But so here's to Fenn's and Peggy's good, lasting health, and to their staying home and reading books.
Cheers. We drink to that as well.
Yeah.
Here's to
all right,
Fenn and Peggy. Good night, sir. Thanks for calling in.
You called me.
Oh, good point. Sorry. You called me. Corey J, $10. You know what? I'm going to make you sing that again. Okay, I don't care. There it is, $10. Sing it.
You sing with an ice cube in your mouth.
Yeah, no, I can't. It gets in my teeth and then it really hurts. Well, it's that time again, folks. We're about to hit the trail for the lonesome road down the highway of love and luck, or something like that. And
thanks for being here, for all your patience while we handled our issues before coming to you live. Thank you. If it happens again, thank you. We appreciate you being here, chatting with us, hanging out, writing us emails, texting, and all that good stuff. And for A Gypsy's Kiss, Humpday Hoedown, I'm the Magical Treasure Princess, life coach to the rich and famous.
And here's the picture to prove it.
Shelley Carney.
So, Brad Creel, congratulations on your win. We'll have another one of those next Wednesday. We'll give those for a couple more Wednesdays away.
Or you can buy a cup.
Did I tell? or you could buy the cup. Yeah, just go to. I didn't put that link in there. I should have, I guess.
Oh, in the chat.
Yeah.
We'll put it in the
I'll put it in the description box. All right. And I'm Toby Younis, Administrative Assistant and Chief of Security for the Magical Treasure Princess. Thanks for joining us tonight. I hope you had as much fun as we did. Take care of yourself. Don't get sick, and if you do get sick, stay away from people. Don't make anybody else sick. That's how we're going to beat this thing. It's like an alien. Unite and fight. It doesn't care.